My internet screwed up. Is yours back to normal?
Just a moment. Okay, yeah, I think we're live again. Sorry about that, everybody. I guess there must have been a cutoff, like there must have been an outage or something. But we're back now. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, here we go.
All right, let's get back in it. What's our next objective currently?
Okay, so next, I just noticed that this actually leads to the upper. This exit leads to the upper ward, which is a place that we haven't been to yet. Ah, thank you, Charlie. Interesting. I guess they're not going to let me into the upper ward just yet, it seems. Probably have to finish more of the story before I can do that.
Makes sense. Probably a few more quests and you'll be able to knock it all the way out.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna check this area.
All right.
I'm going to try to find Mar. Actually, I wonder what were to happen if I were to let out my Limlim here. This is your pet Limlim. Noticing it has your attention, it chirps up at you lovingly. Put your Limlim down to run around a bit. Examine your Limlim. Pick your Limlim back up. I figured maybe the Limlim would be able to do something with these other Limlims here to try to find Mar, but that does not seem to be the case. But since I'm already right here, I'll go ahead and take a free rest at the Kip house.
That sounds like a good plan, honestly. I do love a good Lim though. They're unnecessarily adorable.
Molt. Hello there, Cutter. Say, I've seen you before, no? Sure I have. Now I remember. Say, see any debtors about? None nearby, no. Had some questions. Too bad, he shucks. Had some questions, did you? Ask away then. What are you looking for? Debtors, of course. Don't you recognize the robes of a collector? He grabs a hold of the cloth and holds it up for your inspection. That's all I wish to know. Farewell. And farewell to you too, Cutter. He waves and walks off. Leave.
I'm gone.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
I'm gone. All right.
Alright, so since we can't go to the upper ward, what are we planning on doing now?
Well,
Let's
I
see.
grew up here. Not a pleasant childhood, mind you.
Okay. So I don't have a lot of leads to go on for any of these quests aside from joining the Godsmen, but before I do that, let me see where else I can go. Let's see, where was it? Lower Ward. Okay, then Upper Ward, Coffee Maker, Wrecked House, Marketplace, Siege Tower, Print Shop, Warehouse, Freight Foundry, Pawn Shop. Oh, the Pawn Shop, I haven't been there yet.
I'm gone.
Oh, a shadow.
Oh shit. That's insane.
What's up? Leatherhead. Good as done.
I'm gone. Done.
Mika. This rotund woman, complete with shrewish eyes and a nasal voice, brays out. Now what have we here? A customer? Do mine eyes spy a customer? Broca. The diminutive man replies, Of course your eyes spy a customer. They see a customer all the time. Customers on the street. We have no customers. We will never have customers. It is useless and forlorn to hope for. He pauses as his eyes alight on you. Micah, we have a customer. That's what I've been saying to you. She lowers her voice and turns to you. What can we do for you? Who's he? He's Broca. He's my husband of 20-some years, though his inconstant nature makes it hard to believe he is not straight in that time. It certainly does make it hard to believe. All those chances thrown away when I could have been having the time of my life. To be sure, the goats on the farm must miss your tender ministrations. Broca purples, and the two of them fall into what sounds like the latest in a long series of arguments. Their attentions are entirely devoted to each other, and they ignore you.
That's hysterical. Oh my god.
I had a few more questions. The two of them are in a heated argument. They ignore you entirely as their words slowly fill the air in the shop. I'll just come back later then. Farewell.
New taunts, all right.
Hey, Chief, can you believe those two? They could teach me a thing or two. I believe it, Mort. Let's go.
When Mort is shocked, you know it's bad.
Might as well.
Done.
The dead one has returned, Broka! The dead one has returned! I can see that! Do you think I can't see that? Of course I can see that! I have eyes, don't I? He turns to you. What can we do for you today? Who's she? 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 She is my devoted wife of some 2 years and the light of my life and the greatest gift ever to enter his life, isn't that right? I saved him, you see, from the life his parents had planned for him, and he promised to take me away from all this, and instead what you see is the life he gave me. I tell you, it would be enough to drive a body to drink. If she weren't already there. She's the biggest bubber this side of the hive, sir. And she's been that way for years, I tell you. Years! She'd drink the river Oceanus and still be thirsty if she were made of alcohol. The two of them continue to squabble, ignoring you. I had a few more questions. They're so busy shouting at each other that they don't pay any attention to you. The shop rapidly fills with their words. Can you tell me about the area? Ah, you want to know about the area? I can tell you many things about the area. There are many sights to see. Micah breaks in. And the first thing you'll mention will be the brothel, no doubt. The brothel for you men. It's always the brothel or the civic fest hall. Never the market or... I was going to tell him about the market, but now I'm going to tell him about the brothel just to spite you. And then I'll tell him about the civic fest hall, and never will I mention any of the other attractions. The two of them degenerate into a shouting match, ignoring you. I'd like to buy something. Can you tell me about yourself? Me? You want to know about me? Mika, he wants to know about me. He's just being polite. He doesn't really care. You have nothing useful to say anyway. You're the owner of a pawn shop and that's all you'll ever be because you lack ambition. I lack ambition? Lack ambition? If I didn't have a lodestone of this wife and this life, I'd be something. But no, instead I'm a storekeeper instead of a grand adventure. The two of them degenerate into a shouting match, ignoring you. Farewell, then. Can you tell me of the... or what can you tell me of the factions? The factions, eh? The factions? Mika! He wants to know about the factions. I have ears. I can hear what he says. Broka has no truck with the factions because they know he can't hold to a belief long enough to believe in himself. I know one thing I believe. I believe this life must be my punishment for something I did in a past life. The two of them break into a heated argument and ignore you. Let's talk about trades. Okay, Shards of Fate, damage 10 to 100 piercing, special, breaks at their first use. These gauntlets have been created from special crystals found only on the plains of Bator. When struck by these gauntlets, the crystals will shatter into thousands of pieces, tearing into the flesh and bone of those unlucky enough to be struck. Although heavy metal plates protect the user's hands, there remains a slight chance that some of the shards may strike the user.
Holy cow. That is insanity.
Cockroach Charm. Alright, I remember this. I read this one before. Let's see. Whispering Flask. Let's see. Usable only by Geef Sarai. This container holds a peculiar powder called Whispering Motes, loose translation of the Gif expression, a form of healing powder commonly used by the Geef Sarai on the plane of Limbo. When the stopper is pulled and the spice touched on the skin of a wounded person, the spice travels through the injured person's body, generating raw matter to fill up the holes in his physical form, no matter how small or large. In order for the spice to work, the user must concentrate on its healing effects. With the proper discipline, a practiced Gifsarai can even heal the greatest of wounds. In addition to its curative properties, it is also the element in several of their rites of passage. It is believed that the spice also fills in the holes in a person's psyche, removing doubts and giving them focus and purpose.
Okay, so super healing item. That's perfect.
Crimson Sphere Earring, special, plus 10% resistance to fire and plus 5% resistance to magical fire. Not usable by Ignis. This small red gem set into this earring acts like a heat sponge, protecting the wearer from heat or flame attacks. Whenever the wearer is exposed to fire, the gem draws some of the heat into itself, shielding its wearer from part of the damage. It is rumored that each of these earrings holds a tiny fire mephit inside, and that they are so starved for heat that they will drink deep of any fire in the vicinity. This has never been proven, mostly because no one really cares to investigate the matter. Also, I'll be right back.
Okay. Thanks everybody for the movie suggestions. I appreciate it. I also will take absolutely bonkers movie suggestions as well. Because sometimes you just need something that's a little weird just to go, okay. Okay, Charlotte, I'm looking for literally anything. Anything like a super bad Tubi movie that you just kind of sat there and kind of just stared off into the void, wondering why you decided that's how you wanted to use your time. Or also films that are just, phenomenal that, have stuck with you since the dawn of time and will never be forgotten. Sweet Tooth, okay. Ooh. TV series do count, yes. I'm actually trying to get back into watching stuff again. And if I'm not careful, I'm just gonna go back to all my usual old haunts, and I don't think I can go straight to the pit, Lyric. I have seen both parts of the Halo series, and quite frankly, you know what? I'm gonna time you out. I'm gonna time you out. You know what? Because you made an awful suggestion. I heard Welcome to Daria was really, really good. Also, if anybody likes a troll in Central Park, I did find a YouTube channel that has the whole thing uploaded. Ooh. Very culturally relevant. I appreciate that, Killer Fun Times. Yes, that did escalate quickly, specifically for you, Lyric. But I genuinely, I want to get back into like watching stuff again. I even moved. I have a little manual treadmill, which means you have to move it yourself. It has a slight incline, and you can run on it if you really wanted to. Because my legs have just been kind of and that's helped. So having a movie to watch and things to do while I'm walking will be a very nice change of pace for me. Colossus. Ooh, what's that one about? That sounds really good. A lot of these are fantastic suggestions. Thank you all. I appreciate that. I'm trying to find my love for media again in the way I used to, and I don't think going back to Vampire Knight is gonna help it. In fact, that Vampire Knight might eliminate it altogether. So I appreciate everybody giving me all the recommendations. And for those of you who are old enough to have ever seen Vampire Knight, you know exactly why. You know exactly why. It's like baby's first group of animes that they watched unsupervised. Vampire Knight is indeed a very, very, very cursed anime. It'll always have a special place in my heart as a, hey, I own this specifically so it's a gentle reminder that sometimes not everything you watched as a teenager made a whole lot of sense or should be watched ever again. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Lost in Space, Zathura is also another good one. Love Zathura. Jumanji, of course, because you can't talk about Zathura without Jumanji. What's another fantastic one? Don
Hey.
Bluth films of any kind.
Sorry about that. I'm back now.
I'm back. We're just talking movies.
Oh, okay. I actually, admittedly, I don't watch movies or TV all that often. Well, I guess I've watched TV a little more often recently, but yeah, usually I rarely ever watch movies.
Honestly, movies, depending on who you are, you can just not be a movie person, and I can completely respect that. Because you have to have the time, the attention span, and in general, if you are the kind of person who can piece things together pretty quickly, most movies tend to lose their magic or flair if you can't suspend disbelief.
Hmm.
Like I knew a person who couldn't voodoo on Viper One Station. Welcome back, Tick. Yep.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yep. I had a friend. She could, unfortunately, movies. She just already knew where they were going 90% of the time. So watching a movie was not very enjoyable for her. It it felt like it was almost mocking her in a way in her intelligence because she was like, "You expect me to? What do you mean? This is you can see exactly where this is going." Now, it wasn't because the movie wasn't clever or good. It's just she was really good at pattern recognition or tropes. And the few movies that did get by her, she would talk about endlessly because they're one of the few that could fool her. So yeah, movies they're not for everybody. It has to be the right thing. Like a Troll in Central Park for me, I haven't seen the movie in forever. I started watching it yesterday again. It really resonated and sat with me. God. Rewatching Oron High School Host Club though had me going, "Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear." Huh. Well, honestly, depending on the culture and customs, it's not necessarily even a red flag, Monstars. Um, a good way to look at it, for instance, Oron High School Host Club, if you were to look properly into history, you have to remember that one, it's a Japanese anime, and two, a lot of things you're seeing, especially culturally relevance. There's an episode where I'll be really, really quick about this. There's an all-girls school performing, and they do the bad sign from a German guy. And then you have to remember what side of what war they were on. And then you're like, oh, historically, contextually, oh, I get it. Still not fantastic. Like, what on earth are you doing? But also, yeah, you have to remember where they were siding at the time. Right, and back to you, Tick.
Okay. Our customer. Mika, our customer has returned. I've eyes. Can I not see? I see him. Stop pestering me, you wizened old bag of bones. She turns to you and modulates her voice. What can old Mika do for you? Can you tell me about yourself? I'm chained to this anchor of a pawn shop with a husband who doesn't appreciate me enough. Broca interjects with heavy irony. And I ask you, how could I not appreciate the mouth and figure of a creature as mutacious as this? Truly without discernment and taste am I. Something I thought marriage could cure and which hope was entirely in vain. Ah. The two of them thrust into yet another tedious argument and ignore you. The two of them are in a heated argument. They ignored you entirely as their words slowly filled the air of the shop. I'll just come back later then. Farewell.
Jeez Louise. You can't get a word in edgewise.
All right.
Oh, Monsters. Yeah, no, those are classics and amazing. And if you really look into, like, the meaning behind those films, it gets even better. So, no. Yeah, no. I always encourage people, definitely engage in your media. Back to you, Tick.
I was going to talk to that person, but I realized that I've talked to him before, and I don't think he has anything new to say anymore at the moment.
Gotcha.
You see Lenny. He smiles at your approach. Hello, Cutter. I heard about Byron and I couldn't be happier, he grins. What can I do for you? I have some questions. I've told you everything I know, Cutter. I don't have any more answers for you. Fine. Farewell.
Come on, we got a special on stage.
Okay.
Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
Let's see. Ah, right, the Civic Fest Hall. I guess that's where I need to go to continue the main quest line. So I probably have to ask around how to get there. Oh, actually, there's something I just remembered. I also should be able to talk to all the skulls in all the skulls that were stored alongside Mort.
Oh, right.
All right.
You again? What can you tell me of Lawfar? What can you tell me of the other skulls on this shelf? Tell me about yourself, why don't you? Let's see. Talk. You know any of his secrets? All this is stuff that I've already heard about before. But I remember that there was something. Right, I remember Lawfar was telling me that now that I've done the favor for him, alongside being able to leave with Mort, I can also he also gave me permission to get information out of these other skulls.
Nice. Let's hear what they have to say.
It's rather, how did you get here? It's embarrassing. I was in the rat farm looking for some food at the smoldering corpse when, let's just say, I never expected a serving wench to have a silver fork. Mantuok found me twitching, and I wound up here. This is a dustless shelf of an empty space, skull-sized, between two grinning skulls. Leave it alone. You again, eh? What did you want of me now? You said you've seen me before. Where? Raya cursed. And... Is it? How did you get here? Betrayal. I should have expected it, given who I am, or rather, who I was. Can you tell me about the anarchists? No. Not like Paranoid Bunch. If a society you belong to drives on intrigue, infiltration, and the hatred of the established powermongers, you'd be careful too. It's not paranoia when they really are to get you. In our line of belief, someone involved in a triple cross is an amateur. Skull regards you evenly for a moment. I think I'm done speaking with you. Farewell. Farewell.
The Flood is a good movie on Netflix. Okay, I'll definitely look that up. And The Glory is excellent. Ooh, okay, okay.
Okay. Shall I get no rest from you? Tell me about yourself. I was, ocean before the storm, a sensate. Now, alas, I am merely decoration. That must be rough. Not too much sensation here, eh? The skull stares at you. That's right. Rub it in. It pauses a little longer. Go away. Hey now, I was just kidding. The skull stares blankly and says nothing. Very well then. Farewell. Yes. No, I meant, how did you get here? It's a long story that has to do with Ravel Puzzlewell, the Night Hag. Would you like to hear the whole story? Yes. Very well. I was working in the Civic Fest Hall, the headquarters of the Sensates, in the Sensoriums. Ravel Puzzlewell, may the powers curse her black soul, had been coming there to find answers to riddles she had encountered. She was a masterful solver of puzzles. Those that left our best minds baffled were but gauze to the force of her reason. Yet she had found difficulties that required outside answers. I heard that she was there to unlock the secrets of Sigil itself. Go on. Horribly ugly she was, taking no pains to use her magic to disguise her form. As I've heard that she does, or rather did, from time to time, and that fiendish exterior frightened off many a potential factioneer. Still, I had to ask her what she was about, and whether she could teach me what she knew. That sounds like it could have been a mistake. It was. She offered me a bargain, for she dwelt and dealt in riddles. If she were to answer my question, I must agree to answer one of hers. If I missed the answer, my life was hers. I agreed. She told me she intended to unlock the puzzle of the cage, to open it to all who wished to enter. Powers, fiends, celestials, modrons, and slati, not to mention any interplanar beings who chose to come along. The most important part to her was that all should know that the mystery that had baffled them for so long was unraveled by Ravel. What happened next? She asked her question. I could not answer it, though she assured me the answer was plain as the nose on her face. My fellow sensates found me screaming in the sensorium, and when they arrived the next morning, I begged them to kill me. When they arrived the next morning, I begged them to kill me, and they complied. None even suggested that I relished the new experience. So horrible was it. And here I am. Now I must rest. What was the question?
Updated my journal.
It was, how does one change the nature of a man? I thought hard on her answer and said, with love. She said all people love themselves too much to be changed by something as simple as love. And then I must rest now. In the back of your mind, you seem to see a hook-nosed figure with ebon skin asking you a similar question, but you cannot remember your answer. Answer just a few more questions for me? The skull stares blankly and says nothing. Very well then. Farewell.
I could never imagine having to be a skull in this man's collection, especially that poor sensate. For the viewers, that's a person who focuses strictly on sensation. They're all about the senses. So you're deprived. You're just a skull. That's awful.
I just wanted to talk to you some more. He stares at you coolly, makes a small motion, and you find yourself gone. Wait a minute.
All right.
Oh, I guess I could just ask him how to reach the Civic Fest Hall. I'll try doing that.
Done.
Let's see. Finder. Also, there's one other thing that I thought to do before, or just earlier. After talking to one of these NPCs about Ignis,
Done.
it occurred to me that I happen to have a decanter of endless water, and I figured maybe that would be able to douse him.
Oh, that's a good thought. Would it be a good idea to douse a being who's been in an eternal flame, though?
I mean, it seems he definitely deserved it, but
I'm gone.
it does seem that he's a potential party member, so that's why I'm doing it.
Cutter. Come on in, Cutter. You're gonna
Fair,
love
fair.
this.
Done.
Oh, here we go. That despair you saw on her face before flits across it again like a black-winged shadow before she masters herself. That's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of this slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him, and they opened a channel to the plane of fire through him, and now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. If someone could douse him for a few moments, it'd give him his life back again. But they don't make enough water to do that. What about this decanter? Word has it it's endless. Yes! Use that on him and he'll be sure to come free. Oh, my Ignis, I await you! She pauses for a moment, dread in her eyes. Do you know the command word? Not yet. Then go find it, I implore you! She tugs on your arm. Her eyes have taken a frantic sheen of madness. I will. Farewell. Command word. Elise, what knowledge do you seek? Who are you? I am Elise, warrior of renown. Surely you have heard of me. Truth, no. Can it truly be? Can it truly be that none in this town have heard of me or my exploits? Alas, I shall have to prove myself all over again. And here I had thought my fame had spread across the world. What world are you from? I come from the city of Aliburn on the River Tame. Surely you have heard of its glories and wonders. No matter, no matter. This place has been nighted and ignorant when it comes to the splendors of true cities. I am told that my land is what is called a prime by the denizens of the city. Though a prime of what, I don't know. How did you get here? I was chasing my old foe, the villainous life-shade Tyr Tanilel. He pauses, waiting for acknowledgement, and then continues. He conjured his demonic magic and opened himself a doorway, and hurled himself through it. Before he could flee me entirely, I threw myself after him, and found myself here. I get it. You're one of the clueless. He bristles, reddening. In his hand clutches convulsively around the hilt of his sword. Clueless, is it? I take offense to your words, Sirrah, and bid you farewell in the hopes that we should never cross paths again. He turns away from you, still flushed with pride and rage. I'd like to apologize to you. I may be a fool, but not such a fool I would take insult gladly from you and forgive it so easily. You may go impale yourself for all I care, sir. And I can only hope that you'll earn more scars and perhaps more honor. Good day, sir. He turns stiffly and ignores you completely. Leave. Yeah, I think I actually had that same conversation with that guy before. Let me just I'll go ahead and reload this one.
I'm gone.
How can you tell me about this place? Okay. This once functional door is now nailed shut and barred on the inside to protect against thieves.
I'm gone.
Okay. So, something else I'm going to try is going to the player's maze. Never mind, doesn't seem like I can... They actually let me go in there for now.
Huh.
Well, there is something else that some other thing I can try, which is I'm going to try removing Anna from the party for now and talking to those Abishai in the tavern.
Try to put him out, fire.
Good idea.
He's thirsty. He's on fire. He's a red hot. Come on in. Come on in. See what I mean?
I won't wait here forever.
Done.
Actually, before I talk to them, let me check to see if she's still in the same spot. Yeah, she is. Okay.
Done.
The prodigal returns, eh? The fiend hisses a smile at you. No. Hold on. Excuse me. Noxious vapors coiling from the corner of its mouth. Have your memories returned to you, old friend? What do you mean? What I mean, dear man, is that time, our old enemy, has performed a vicious disservice on you. It robs your memories and steals your recollections. If you do not recall us, why, it is because you have fallen prey to one of mortality's weaknesses. We are old friends of yours, old indeed. What can we do for you? I had some questions. Some questions? Perhaps we have answers. We are certainly eager to aid you, old friend. Who are you? Ah, Athelgrin. Time has robbed our companion's memory. You honestly do not recall us, do you? Truly, I am aggrieved. But, as am I, Tegarin. Truly aggrieved, yet I rest easy. It has, after all, been many hundreds of years, and we know how the minds of mortals tend to dissipate with age. Ah, well spoken, old friend. Well spoken. Old friend, we are a pair of Abishai on leave from our current assignments in Bator. I am Tegarin the Thrice Damned, so named for my ability to find the best in every situation. This is Athelgrin, who has earned himself no special name, though not for lack of trying. Lack of trying? What do you mean? Athelgrin ignores you as it responds to his companion. And once again, Tegarin, you have cut straight to the truth of the matter, though perhaps it is best not to have earned the sort of notice one bearing the name Thrice Damned must surely have incurred. I had some other questions. Mort whispers to you. Boss, I don't like this. They're not supposed to be here. The Blood War hasn't kicked the Celestials' asses bad enough that anything can go on furlough. They want something. Tread carefully. In the meantime, Tegarin continues to respond to its companion. In its turn, Tegarin ignores you as it replies to its comrade. Once again, I maintain that any notice is better than no notice at all. The Abishai turns back to you. Old friend, does this answer your question as to our identities? I suppose it will have to do. I had some other questions. Some questions? Perhaps we have answers. We are certainly eager to aid you, old friend. What are you doing? What are we doing? Why, is it not perfectly clear, old friend? We are on leave from our beloved assignment, taking for ourselves some much-needed rest and perhaps inducing some additional recruitment for our glorious cause. Our superiors fully support our presence, to be sure. In a more immediate sense, we are taking our entertainment in this delightful establishment. And, of course, we are celebrating the return of our old friend. However, the stench of the breezes, which occasionally waft the scent of goodness in the door, debases us somewhat, leaving us physically, mentally, and spiritually weaker. Fortunately, the air in this ward of the city carries a delicious tang of pain and supplication. Wouldn't you agree? Again, the fiend smiles broadly at you. I had some other questions. What is this place? This is the Smoldering Corpse Tavern, one of the more entertaining taverns your kind has seen fit to erect in this city. The poetic justice of the burning fellow at the front of the establishment is really quite a fine touch. Was there something else you wish to ask? Tell me about fiends. As we see it, there are two kinds of fiends. Those who are correct, and those who are not. Our side, that of the Batezu, is correct. The other side, that of the cursed, hated, chaotic Tanari, is incorrect and must be exterminated. We hold the Tanari directly responsible for the Blood War. Were it not for them, we could have settled the lower planes in peace, and wouldn't have all the bother of fighting this wretched war, nor would the unfortunate spillovers into other planes be such a cause for concern among the namby-pamby do-gooders. The Tanari are directly to blame for the multiverse's sad state of affairs. That's not really what I was asking. I wanted to know what differentiates you from them. The fiend pauses a moment and then brightens. Ah, yes. You see, we represent law and order. Those who break the law must be punished. If we have no law, we have only anarchy. And surely you can see what anarchy has done for the Abyss. It has spawned horrors beyond imagining. Any excesses the Batezu state may have indulged in are simply to counter the rising tide of chaos represented by the Tanari. We mean no harm to anyone. We just prefer to understand where the boundaries are. You see a scaled fiend who looks very similar to the one standing next to him. In addition to the pierced left ears, both are black-hued and reptilian, with bat wings tucked against themselves. This one has a small scar under its left eye. Greetings, old comrade. It is truly a joy to see you again. Okay, some questions. Oh yeah, looks like it's the same dialogue. Okay. Oh. You see a man standing stock still. He isn't moving a muscle. On closer examination, it appears that he isn't even breathing, just standing. His eye sockets are empty holes in his face. Contained within their bounds is a flat gray light that seems to dance with possibility. Looking into the sockets, the eerie, empty feeling of a limitless void shivers through you, as if you had gazed into a sliver of eternity. The head slowly swivels towards you. You notice that no muscles appear to move under his skin as he turns. And he speaks in a pure, bell-like tone. Well met, wanderer. You have forgotten again, haven't you? Do you know me, stranger? As he opens his mouth, you get that feeling of eternity again. Inside his mouth, you see no tongue, no teeth. It's almost as if this man were a shell surrounding an illimitable expanse. I have spoken with you before, and always you forget. Your endless quest to discover yourself always ends always in your amnesia. You draw close to the truth and recoil. Let us hope that you have the strength to endure your existence. What do you know of me? How do you know this? I know that you, like a fly, rise up from the wreckage of your old shell, buzz about for a time, and curl up and die at the window of truth. You bumble about the pain, seeking the light without any plan to your actions, and fall exhausted when you fail. You alight on others to feed from them for a time, and move on with no regard to them. I have watched you come here and listen to your words, and watched you move away no wiser. Will you learn from your mistakes, Seeker? Who are you? I am O. For some reason, when he speaks his name, it sounds like he's speaking of much more than a single letter, as if the speaking of his name contained untold possibilities and nuances. No human tongue could ever create such a sound, What are you? It is my name. It is the name of a portion of eternity. I am a letter in the divine alphabet. Understanding me leads to understanding existence. I am writ in the true names of half of everything. My being encompasses truth. I am mathematic, organic, metaphysic. So what does that mean? The divine alphabet is writ in the name of everything that exists, from the seed at the hearts of the elemental planes to the core of the great beyond. My brothers/sisters, a single word translates into the two in your mind, and I reach across all that is, was, or ever shall be. We are thought and reality and concept and the unimaginable. Then that means you know all the secrets of existence, doesn't it? I know parts of many of them. Without a connection to my brothers, sisters, I am but a letter. Alone, I am a symbol. Combined, we are language and power. So you don't know the secrets of existence. I did not say that. A letter is still a powerful force, even on its own. Allow me to show you. He opens his mouth wider, and wider still. The mask of his face tears around his eyes, mouth, and nose, revealing that hint of eternity you glimpsed earlier. You are lost in it, adrift in it, a part of it. You return to your mundane senses and realize that O has vanished. Yet somehow, your horizons have expanded. Enlightenment has brushed you, however briefly, across the brow. That was indescribable. Who are you, exactly? I was Ignis's lover. We both loved the flame, though he loved him more than I did. But I watched his beauty as he writhes in the heart of the fire, and I, Drusilla, loved him equally. You're totally over the edge. Farewell.
She is indeed a little over the edge.
Done.
I'm looking for an Abishai to talk to.
Why not then? Just show it to me.
There's usually one or two walking around here.
Only because you need them that they bail.
So, need my help yet?
Anna watches as you approach, her tail lashing back and forth. I wanted us to travel together again. Oh, are you sure now? You left me here once, and I didn't care for it. I have no time for your mithering, so I haven't. If you're not dead sure this time, then you'd better leave. I'm certain. I need your help, Anna. There's no sense to it, but I'll come with you. You need all the help you can get, you do. Alright, let's go.
I'm gone. All right.
Okay, let's see. Okay. So I guess now I'm just gonna try to find a civic fest hall.
I'm gone.
Diligence. This older, stern-looking woman is clearly on her way somewhere. When she notices your approach, she studies you with a disapproving, tight-lipped frown. Greetings. The woman nods curtly, speaking in a tone cold as ice. Yes? What is it? And what's your words? For I am Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. You're... who? Diligence simply stares at you, a faintly disgusted look upon her face. Something troubling about my appearance? I should most certainly think so. Should the Apparel Regulation Act be passed, people of your sort won't be permitted to traipse about in such a manner, half naked and filthy as you are. I am quite clean, begging your pardon, and meaning no disrespect, madam. Some cultures might find your clothes offensive. She examines you skeptically for a moment, then nods. Your point is well taken, sir. Still, though, you cannot deny you are a rather rough-looking sort of fellow. My appearance is merely a product of my environment, madam, and a difficult life. I shouldn't be held accountable for that. Oh, but you should! How easy it is for one to blame one's life, one's surroundings for their every failing. I can see by your manner you are well educated, sir, yet you appear to insist upon a lifestyle of wandering and senseless violence. Why not settle in Sigil, become a contributing citizen, rather than some bloody-handed nomad in its streets? The choice is out of my hands, I assure you. Oh? How so? Her coldness melts away into a look of curiosity. Tell her your story, or what you know of it. Diligence looks shocked. That is quite a tale, sir. Were it only a tale, madam, it is my life, and I've the scars to prove it, as you noted when we first met, I believe. Yes, quite so. She smiles slightly. You had begun to wonder if she was even capable of such a thing. I wish you luck, sir, in your undertakings. May you find yourself once more. Thanks. I did have some questions. She shakes her head. I am afraid I am a busy woman, sir. My position as fourth magistrate leaves me little time with which to answer your questions. I am sure another citizen could help you, however. Farewell then, Lady Diligence. Matter of course. This giant of a man wears an equally immense suit of ornate red armor. He regards you cautiously but without fear as you approach him. Greetings. A booming voice echoes from within his great helm. Greetings, citizen. I am Matter of Course, bodyguard to Diligence, fourth magistrate of the ward. You must excuse me, for my duties lie at her side. Farewell. One moment. I have some questions. He simply turns and begins to walk away. Leave. Oh, I see. I haven't actually explored the clerk's ward yet. I always thought this was just another part of the lower ward because of this archway right here. But
okay.
I just noticed that I'm uncovering new parts, so I've barely done anything here.
Well, hey, now we know.
Peering through the cracks in the shutters, you see what appears to be a tailor's shop.
Goldward, also known as Wanker City.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was. You can't determine what this odd device is.
Yeah, let's sample a little turtle eye.
These wrought iron bars seem to serve as decoration rather than security measures. This looks like a place where drinks might be served.
Yeah, let's sample a little turtle eye.
A curious-looking building, to say the least.
I'm just glad we found more to look at and explore.
Yeah. This massive, ancient-looking structure is somehow less foreboding than others of its size. There we go. That should be enough of a lap around this area. There's the Civic Fest Hall under Sigil Taylor. Back to Lower Ward. Advocate gets home. Under
Hi,
Sigil.
Sunnif.
Ah, hello, Sunnif. Welcome. Good to have
How are
you.
you, friend?
Find them the Linguist, Art and Curio Galleria, Curiosity Shop, and Apothecary. Okay. That's good to hear.
All right.
And earlier, Sunnif, I was getting recommendations of people's media preferences in movies and shows and whatnot. I also asked everybody to give me a, all right, I'm getting ready to go to bed. Good night, guys. Oh, good night, darling. Have a good one.
Alright. Thank you for stopping by, Dragon. Take care. Rackets of clothing, most of it very fine quality. Stacks of fine cloth. I mean, honestly, the truth is, it's getting pretty close to wrap up tonight's session, but I'll probably go until I think I'll go until 9:05, just because I started a little late. Goncalves. This short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands, he holds a bolt of cloth strung taut across a wooden frame. He is currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Greetings. The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at his embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he sews, shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, yes, and I am certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you could be silent for just a moment. Wait quietly. At last, he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works, what looks to be tiny colored sparks drip from the fabric. Wait some more. He finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, I am Goncalves. Now, what is it you are here to see me about? Questions. I hope 'tis about garments and the like. I shan't answer anything about not concerning myself or the store, you know. What were those lights where you were embroidering? That? Nothing, sir, but a bit of the art, which I at times weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me. Those items which I lavish enchantments upon are my most special creations, and are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? Goncalves looks you over, frowning. Nothing that would fit you. That is for certain. I'd like to see what you've offered just the same. Jerkin of the Brazen Rogue. Usable only by Anna. This piece of sturdy leather armor was clearly fashioned for a woman. It is a piece of remarkably skillful craftsmanship. Small metal plates and bands are carefully concealed here and there over the jerkin's surface, providing a great deal of protection without hampering mobility. The armor seems best suited for a flashy fighter who would make the full use of the free movement it would afford them. The enchantments woven into it by Goncalves not so only serve to protect such a combatant, but aid them in their balance and the striking of their foes as well. Jerkin of the Flitting Shadow, also usable only by Anna. This piece of light leather armor was clearly fashioned for a woman. Even at a glance, one can tell it is of the highest quality. Every part of it, from its supple leather banding to its quadruple stitched seams and padded silk lining, speaks of impeccable craftsmanship. Goncalves wove a number of enchantments into the lining of the jerkin so that its wearer is more prone to blend into surrounding shadows, making them difficult to spot and often allowing them to pass by others entirely unnoticed.
Okay, that's a good one.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Goncalves sets down something as he was working on and nods to you. Something he was working on and nods to you. You come again, sir. Good. What can I help you with? I had questions. What sort of magical clothes do you have available?
Aye?
done.
Rolls of high-quality textile. Please, sir, I have things to do. I'd appreciate your leaving me be if you'd be so kind. Farewell. Leave.
All right.
I'd say this is actually a pretty decent spot to wind down and call it.
Yeah, but there's still a few more minutes, so I'll just enter one more building and look around.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be ideal.
All right.
At that point, I would question my job in its entirety.
This is a beautiful silver mirror. This is a solid crystal tank with several fish frozen inside. Okay, yeah, this here is where I'll go ahead and stop. All right. Well, as always, thank you everybody. And like whether you came to chat, if you follow, sub, even just lurking, like anything is appreciated. Yeah, of course. And I'm sorry I started a little late and had to step away a few times. Had a few intermittent breaks, I guess. But now that the holidays are over and Oleander is back from her vacation, and I have a more free schedule as well. I think we'll be able to stream more frequently, or more consistently, rather. Like we've had to take some Mondays off for a bit, but we should be able to more consistently be able to make it on Mondays. And yeah, I think things will go well over time.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree fully. Now things have definitely settled down, and uh, everybody's home and relaxed in their place. I think we'll be. I don't think there'll be really any interruptions going forward.
Yeah. Yes, I think that's I think that's well said. So once again, thank you everybody for coming and watching, and we should as we just mentioned, we'll probably be here next Monday and the Mondays to come. So with that said, once again, we stream on Mondays from 6 p.m. Eastern time to 9 p.m. Eastern time. And additionally, if it's a Monday and you don't see us streaming like at by the time it reaches 6:15 p.m., then chances are we won't be streaming that day. But additionally, I also have a Twitter page, a Twitter account where I post updates if I'm not able to stream for whatever reason. You can find my both my Twitter page and my YouTube channel in the information in the links for this Twitch channel. So feel free to browse them at your leisure. And have a good night, everybody. We hope to see you next week.
Night, everyone.